Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where today I'm going to do a follow-up of sorts to my cheating in World of Tanks console, World of Tanks Modern Armor, sorry. I'm going to do a follow-up to that video because it's an interesting one and I'll get to why in the end. But first of all, I'm going to go through some of the comments and address some of the kind of retorts that were made about the information I presented about cheating. So the first thing that caught my eye was a couple of people mentioned a device called the Cronus Zen. Now, my understanding of the Cronus Zen is it's basically very, very similar to an application I used to use on the PC that was developed by Razer. And it gave you the ability to record macros. Essentially, you could record mouse inputs and then you could edit the timings with these inputs. So, for example, you can only click the mouse, like with a controller or a mouse, you can your finger can physically only click so fast. Like, I mean, some people probably have better motor control than I do. Some people can probably click very quickly, some people probably can't. Either way, what you could do was you could hit record, you could click 3 times, for example, and then you could go into the software and you could say, right, the delay between each click was 1 second. I want to make that delay 0.1 seconds. So instead of going click, it would click, bang, bang, bang. And that, in a video game sense, in a first-person shooter sense, that is advantageous because essentially what you can do is you can turn your semi-automatic weapon, your battle rifle or your secondary arm, your pistol, you can turn the bat into bat. You know, you can turn it from semi-automatic to effectively turning it into a fully automatic. So yes, if you're using that in Call of Duty or Battlefield or whatever, then yeah, that is a modification to your input. I don't know if those companies would consider those cheating devices. I don't know. But that's kind of here nor there, because we're not talking about Call of Duty, we're not talking about Battlefield. What we're talking about is World of Tanks. So, yeah, you could, in theory, record one of these macros, but it would be of no use to you, because I've just fired, and I have to wait whatever the reload is. There's no use me trying to shoot faster. I have to wait my 7 seconds, or whatever it was just there. I still have to wait that time. It's of no use to me at all being able to do that in this particular game. So, yeah, and another thing you can do with the Cronus Zen is you can change button assignments to. So you could technically create a button assignment that doesn't exist in the game. Fine. I mean, that's probably actually quite useful for maybe the disabled community, you know, the people that don't have whatever's going on with them. They can reassign buttons to benefit their dominant hand or whatever kind of scenario you're in. That's probably actually quite useful. I don't see it being that much an advantage to a regular World of Tanks player. I mean, if you want the trigger to be on the A button or the X button, then fine. I mean, if that's what floats your boat, great. I can pull the trigger just the same as you, and you've got to wait to reload just the same as me. So it's not really that much of an advantage. So I don't think WarGaming cares about anyone using the Cronus Zen, because it's neither here nor there, really. It makes absolutely no difference to the gameplay. So that's the first thing I picked up from the comments. The second thing I picked up from the comments was people saying WarGaming proved that there is cheating in the game. They admit there's cheating in the game. They admit you can cheat, because if you couldn't, why do they have the report cheating option? It's like, okay, all right, we'll break this down as well. You're misinterpreting the word cheating. We've established you cannot hack this game. You cannot install aim mods or mods that improve your accuracy or whatever it might be. You can't do that. So what can you do? Well, for example, you can abuse game mechanics. What do I mean by that? Okay. Two platoons. Two platoons of, well, not even platoons. You could have a platoon of 3 on one team and a single player on the other team. And these people know each other. And all 4 people drive to the same obscure corner of the map, and the player that's on his own just farms the other 3 for damage, artificially boosting their WN8. That is an abuse of the in-game mechanics, and that is gaining an advantage in-game through unfair means, and that is the definition of the word cheat. Gaining an advantage via unfair means. So that's why cheating is involved, and it could also be 2 platoons of people, 1 on one team, 1 on the other team, and these people decide not to shoot each other. For whatever reason, they want the advantage of, I'm not going to fight you because I know you're a good player, or something. I don't know. I decide not to fight you because I want the advantage of playing other people first. That is cheating. That is why the option to report cheating is involved. It is in the game. That's why it's there. So those are the 2 things that I picked up from reading the comments. The third thing I'm going to talk about is something that actually happened to me fairly recently. I was actually accused of cheating myself. As of this recording, I was accused of cheating. What time are we at? Yeah, I was accused of cheating 12 and a half hours ago, as of me recording this. So this is very, very fresh. And I entered a conversation with this individual, and, you know, I told them, you know, it's impossible to cheat. It's a server-side game. It doesn't work like that. You can't do it. But they insisted that, no, I've seen screenshots of modded garages. I've seen screenshots. You can do it. You can do it. Okay. All right. For those people that insist that you can cheat because you've seen evidence somewhere, I've seen images of the Loch Ness Monster. I've seen images of Bigfoot. Doesn't make it real, does it? Some of you might want it to be real. Some of you might really want to believe that it's real. You might be like, yes, I want Nessie to be there. I really want Nessie to be there. I've always loved Nessie since I was a kid. I want it to be there. Yeah, okay. You can feel that way. And this is where I'm trying not to get too broad here. We'll keep it confined to the game because this could blow out and be, you know, bigger in life. Just because you really want something, just because you really want something to be true, just because you believe something to be true, doesn't mean it actually is true. You've got to do the research, and you've got to believe facts. You can't just say, oh, I saw this on the internet once. Sure. Yeah, we all know how stories like that go. And beliefs based in you seeing something on the internet once. We know where that path leads. No. It blows my mind that there are tinfoil hatters out there that genuinely believe that the only way someone beat them is by cheating. We live in an era where truth is ignored. We live in a time where you can present the facts, you can back up the facts with data and evidence, and people will still go, no, my tinfoil hat is firmly on my head. I am gonna hold tight to my belief because, God forbid, I admit that maybe I could be wrong. Oh my word. Your world would crumble if you admitted that maybe you were wrong. Your world would crumble in this World of Tanks video game if you admitted that maybe, just maybe, there's someone out there that's better than you. God forbid you admit that there's someone better than you. And that's a really sad place to be, because if that is genuinely what you believe, then you have reached the pinnacle. You've reached you've reached the ceiling of your life, and in this game, you've reached the ceiling of your skill. That's sad. I would want to believe that I can get better, because who doesn't want to get better? Anyway, that's enough said about that. So there you go, guys. That is my follow-up to the cheating video. If you guys, but I please hope not, if you guys still think that cheating is possible, then we can address this again. I really hope not, because it's not possible. People are just better than you. Deal with it. There you go. that's all I've got for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. This was a very good game in the Conqueror. That is all I've got. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one.